Hey everybody, Dirili here. Thank you so much for joining me for another episode of Nameless, the one thing you must recall. This is our second episode, still in the prologue. We have Ari here, and she's living alone in this big house because it used to be Grandpa's house, but he died 3 years back. And our parents are living out of the country, so we're by ourselves with these 5 boy dolls. Yeah, you know what? At the end of this video, I'm going to go ahead and put a few shots up of some of my favorite ball joint dolls. Actually, first I'll put up a couple shots of Kroby dolls so you can see what I was talking about, what dolls from Kroby doll look like. And then I'll show you some of my dolls. For now, let's get back to reading. You can just sit back, relax, and let me read you a story. Right, this is after our first day at school in the story. I'm here. Guys, I'm back. I'm tired. I throw myself into the sofa without even taking my uniform off. As I bury myself in the comfy sofa, I felt as if all my sore muscles were screaming. God, my shoulders. Tomorrow I'm definitely not going, even if Mr. Eugen asks for me. All I do is suffer. Are we quitting our position then? I turned around on the sofa. As usual, I blankly stared at the ceiling. There's so much to do, but I don't even want to move a finger. I have to take out the trash and wash my uniform. But I don't want to move at all. I overworked myself today. Was it just carrying that mannequin? The anatomy model? I ran in the morning so I wouldn't be late. I carried around the heavy model, and I even survived the hellish cafeteria during lunch. I just want to rest and sleep like this. But the list of chores keeps swimming in my head, so I couldn't just stay still. Ugh, I can't just lie down like this. Let's finish cleaning quickly and then lie down. I gathered my sluggish strength and stood up. This house Grandpa left me was too big to live in by myself. An educator and book lover, Grandpa had many books. He moved to larger and larger houses to keep all those books, and eventually settled in this mansion. It's actually a mansion? Jeez. When Grandma was alive, they often fought over those books. That's just crazy that he actually moved into bigger houses to accommodate the books. Even I never saw all the books in the house, and there were rooms I couldn't enter because of them. Thanks to them, cleaning was always difficult. But I have no intention of throwing them away. Even if Grandpa passed away, since his memories are in those books, they're precious to me as well. Shall we start with the living room? I took off my uniform and got the vacuum cleaner. Huh? Was someone expected? Who is it?
택배입니다.
Delivery. Delivery? Oh, I was expecting something. Thank you. Oh, the shoes. As soon as I got my package, I headed to my room. Yay! I've been waiting a long time for this. In the box was a splendid handmade suit and a pair of black boots. They were no bigger than my hands, but they were as intricate as those of humans. Yeah, they cost as much as real people's shoes too. So do their clothes. In fact, ball joint doll clothes and shoes are more expensive than human ones half the time. Well, I can always clean later. Doll fans have different priorities than normal people. Not all of them. I'm a doll fan. I don't hold them above everything else. If you buy something new, you naturally have to set everything else aside and try it on the doll and take pictures. I never did that. Well, I mean, I was always happy to get the stuff, but it wasn't a stop everything else, I gotta do this kind of thing. I laid down the dolls from the shelf and tried this and that on them. Pretty as expected, the wait was worth it. The room quickly turned into a mess while I dressed the dolls in their pretty clothes. I long forgot I had been cleaning just a while ago. I drown in my own thoughts as I look around the room full of doll props. Other people will find it strange that I play with dolls, even though I'm not a child. If they see a grown-up student still collecting dolls, they'll think she's juvenile. And if they find out the dolls are quite expensive, they'll think it's even more bizarre. But I don't think that I'm weird. There's weirder hobbies, believe me. So, I have no desire to be understood by others. Sometimes it gets a bit uncomfortable and lonely, but I don't have much problem with making excuses like now. But if there's one thing that bothers me, it's not being able to tell my friends. Soy and Shimby would never guess this side of me. I thought of the friends who were always by my side. I put the dolls on the shelf and plopped down on the bed. Hey guys, if I tell Soy and Shinbi the truth, what would they say? The dolls looked silently at me. Well, I've gotten this far anyway. All I have to do is keep up like this. I stretch as far as I can on purpose to shake off all the worries. After stretching my muscles, I suddenly feel the fatigue flood over me. I have to finish cleaning. I guess I didn't. It's too loud. What? I unconsciously groped for the alarm clock by my bed. It's 5 a.m. It was long before the alarm rang. I must have fallen asleep. I slowly get up from bed. I must have really overworked my body yesterday. My shoulder still hurts. I feel stiffer than usual for waking up early. So noisy in the morning. Should I sleep more? Anyways, is there construction going on around the house? Why is it so noisy today? What? Wait, the sound is coming from the kitchen? So hungry. I'm going to starve and die. I'm going to die before I can save the world. You're hungry too, aren't you? Yes, a little. Hey, can't we just get something delivered? I'll get the cash from that fellow's wallet. I saw something that looked really good on TV before. I think it was called Jajang. Could you please be quiet? Do you want to show off how rude you are, taking the wallet? You are no different from a thief. What, punk? A thief? Did you just call the justice warrior a thief? Look at you. If you talk too loud, Master will... He's calling me a thief! Hey you, listen! I only said I'll take the money, not steal it. That's the same thing! They are the same. What is the difference? They're different! From the start. She said she likes to buy us things. Shh! Shh! You are both talking too loud. Master is going to wake up. She already looked tired last night. Yeah, both of you stop screaming in my ears. I have low blood pressure, and I don't want delivery food. My skin is sensitive, and I have to watch what I eat. So, Tay, a home meal for me, please. It seems I naturally become the cook. Well, okay. But first, talk after you peeled off that facial mask. She already looks surprised. A man in an apron called Tay raises the ladle and points at me. She turned paler after seeing your face with that facial mask, Yuri. It's always funny to see guys wearing an apron, especially a really frilly heart-shaped type thing like that. All eyes turned on me at once. So, what is happening right now? The man in the apron and bandana, holding a ladle, looks like Tay. The frowning man sitting at the table, with his fingers on his forehead, is a carbon copy of Lance. The young man scratching the back of his head with an apologetic face had the same color hair as Red. The one calmly sitting at the table with his two hands gathered on his knees had Yeonho's eyes. The tall one smoothing out the facial mask on his face. Is it really Yuri? But wait, isn't that hairband mine? Oh, Master, I apologize. We were a bit noisy just now, weren't we? The kid who looked like Yeonho and I made eye contact. What? Master? He's right. Red and Lance, be sorry. It's going to take a while to cook the food. Won't you sit here since you've woken up? What did I do? He's the one who started the fight. He won't even let me wake that fellow up, bugging me for every single tiny thing. And that is because you were about to jump into the bed. Never mind. You have no sense of your own wrongdoings. I apologize if I woke you up. The one who looks like Lance slightly bowed his head to me. Just in time. I was about to ask something. Is there an ion dryer in this house? You are, after all, a girl. You should have something similar. Well, your hair is kinda cute. All soft and fuzzy like a squirrel. Like a squirrel. I think I'm dreaming a lot lately. Am I getting weak? I pinch my cheeks with my eyes still on the boys in front of me. It hurts. I pinched the other side too. It hurts twice as much.
That's enough self-mutilation for the morning. You'll be late if you don't get yourself together and start getting ready. Yo, you listening to me? Come here. There's an empty seat next to me. Let's go eat together. You always eat crappy food or nothing at all. That won't do. Breakfast is the most important meal of the day. You can't fight for justice without it. Yes, Master. You always end up eating toast. You are already so weak. I have always worried about your eating habits. No. The baby cubs are worried sick. So sit down. Or do you want to sit on my lap?
The tall man drags me toward the table. Huh?
What is with that blank look? But how about getting changed first if you're going to sit at the table?
The silver-haired boy, who looks exactly like Lance, spoke to me. What?
Are there not table manners? I wish you would care about your manners, even if it is still home. It's enough with that redhead over there, with his hideous clothes. What'd you say? What about my clothes? Are you being serious? Then I apologize. I have overestimated you. I at least assumed that you would possess a thinking, albeit empty head. This proves that I'm a warrior of justice, and I do have a head. What are you say? No, wait, Red. Don't flip the table over just because you're mad. Everyone's getting grouchy because they're hungry. No, everyone, here's your meal. Oh, the plating is actually really fantastic, Tay. You have a good eye. I like it. Thanks, Yuri. I feel good hearing that coming from you. Now, I've made plenty, so everyone eat up. Master, sit here.
Huh? Okay.
Aww.
Why are you smiling?
It seems like a dream come true, sitting here together and eating breakfast with you.
The cute kid resembling Yeon-ho handed me a spoon. And then he wrapped his small, soft hands around mine. What are you doing? What do you think you're doing, boy?
Being able to hold these hands that have always caressed me. Master, this can't be a dream, can it?
In his clear and bright eyes were pure happiness. This kid, he's so lovely. I unconsciously hold up my hand and stroke his head. Aww. His soft hair twining around my hand felt good. It really isn't a dream. Yeah, it really isn't a dream. What? This isn't a dream? I suddenly stood up. Yeon-ho shrank back in fear, and my chair fell down with a bang.
Oh, I thought you were too calm. Here we go.
You guys! What the hell? Who are you?
Huh? I thought you already knew. Okay, I'll introduce myself. Listen, alright? I'm the defender of the earth, fighting for justice. The sacred name is Red. I'm Red. I'm the captain of this group.
Red? Those clothes and the name Red. My doll Red?
Yes, you are correct.
So, you're saying you're that doll?
Yeah, that's what I said.
No way! Shut up!
Why not? I'm telling the truth. Why don't you believe me?
A doll moving, coming to life. How am I supposed to believe that?
I cannot agree that that guy over there is our leader, but we are your dolls, so please calm down. Yeah, I understand you're surprised, but get yourself together. Yeon over here is about to cry.
The boy, still cowering and stiff, was about to break into tears. He looked at me with his wet eyes and spoke to me.
I thought Master would be happy if we came to life. I was wrong.
Wait, that's not it.
My honey? Now I love everything about you, my dear. But making kids cry isn't really acceptable, so I think you should comfort Yeon-ho now.
What? My what?
Stop crying now, Yeon-ho. I know you're a bit confused right now, but why don't we eat first? Breakfast is getting cold.
I see steaming hot soup and glossy rice on the table. Ever since Grandpa died, I haven't seen such a well-prepared breakfast table. Living by myself afterwards, I just couldn't be bothered to eat breakfast. Where did he get all those ingredients? Ever since living by myself, I rarely ate rice and just bought bento boxes or bread from the convenience stores. So I'm not used to eating breakfast with this many people. Yeah, a lot of people, and what's more, a lot of boys. Wait. I suddenly stood up again, and slowly I check how I look. Even if I ignored the messy hair disheveled from sleep, my clothes were disastrous. My pajamas were a ridiculously juvenile bear print dress I had bought on the street 5 years ago. There were even holes here and there. And inside the pajamas, braless! Aspiring to be a free soul, I always took off my underwear at home and enjoyed living by myself. Do I actually look like this in front of these 5? No way! Ah!
What a lively morning.
After panicking for a while, I quickly went back to my room to change into better clothes and came back to the living room.
And then I came to life.
After I came back, Red explained to me what had happened. So, what are you trying to say? That you were on the shelf until yesterday, but woke up to find yourself a human being?
Yes.
How?
I just told you, something just popped up and whisked like this.
I had no idea what he was saying.
You just had to talk like that. What a stupid explanation. What about what I just said? What do you know about the reason we became humans? There's no one among us who can explain that. Even I don't really understand what happened to us.
Yeah, we didn't even wish. We didn't even have like a thing with the wizard or anything.
But, as Red said, I remember something touching our bodies. I remember too. As soon as it touched us, we were surrounded by light. And when I opened my eyes afterward, I had a human body. So, no one can explain why we came to life. But one thing is for sure.
Yuri walked towards me with his long legs.
Human or not, our owner was you. Only you. My one and only. My owner.
Wow, what a ladies' man. What a flirt. Yuri raised my chin as he spoke. Up close, he's really so cute.
What?
What? I accidentally spoke my mind while blankly staring at him. Luckily, Yuri seems to have missed it.
Didn't you say something just now?
Yuri raised my chin and pulled my face towards his. Guys, stop him! He was not as small as when he was a doll. Obviously. My heart started pounding to see such a beauty close up. And he's not just a beauty, he's a man. Oh, it was nothing. I shake off his hand at this thought. Now that I think about it, Yuri is first and foremost a man. I've never been this close to a guy other than Grandpa and Dad. After being aware of this, my heart started to beat faster. My face is probably red too. Ugh, this is embarrassing.
Oh my god. My honey, are you being shy?
I was just surprised. Yuri seemed to put on a serious face, but soon shrugged it off, and came back to his usual self. But there's something odd.
What is it?
If you guys are the dolls, then what are those? All the dolls in my room are where they were before. I pointed towards my room. I checked with my own while getting dressed. I guess she meant her own eyes. On the shelf were 5 dolls as usual.
Yeah, I'm not really sure, but I think our bodies remain the same. You can say that we are the souls of those dolls.
The soul?
Yeah, those dolls over there are no more than empty shells. The real us are standing right here. I believe the consciousness of the doll, and the dolls materialized into human figures.
The consciousness... what? I can't understand what he means. Knowing what I'm thinking, Lance frowned a bit and started to explain more.
To put it simply, the souls inside the dolls turned into human bodies. Of course, I did not know why.
I guess this goes along with the Eastern thinking that there's a soul in everything. What kind of fantasy is that? So, now that they are humans, the dolls are useless?
No. Although they are just shells, they are the bodies. So whatever happens, you must be careful of something.
Be careful of what? Don't let the dolls break or they'll die, I guess.
If the body is damaged, then our human bodies are injured as well.
What? That would be horrible.
Just as I said. I don't know how it exactly works, but if the doll bodies are in danger, we are affected too.
How do they know this anyway?
We've already tested by pricking Red with a needle.
That is so mean.
So this is an absolute fact.
Hey, that was not a test, it was torture. You guys seized my arms and cruelly forced me to... Ugh. He scowled and buried his face in his hands as if recalling something horrendous. So, my dolls have come alive and are standing in front of me. Is this it? This is real and not a dream? Lance was staring at me and our eyes met. Why?
Nothing. You were looking very stupid, although it did suit you.
Well, that's rude. I don't want to date you anymore. No, but we're going after him first. Me and my tsunderes. What? Stupid? Is that any way to treat your owner? Are you really my doll? How could I own such a rude doll? What happened to the Prince Charming I'd imagined? Who is this jerk in front of my eyes? I come to realize that these 5 boys are very different from what I'd pictured. Except for Red. Well, no, I guess maybe she figured him more superhero-ish and less childish. Especially Lance. Talking with my dolls was something I've always dreamed of. I was indeed a bit disappointed at their cold attitudes.
We do not know anything for certain right now. Why we came to have these bodies, whether or not it is temporary, so we must not be in haste from now on. For a while, we should calmly observe our situations.
As he finished his words, Lance looked at me. I just sat there, listening to what he was saying, and stared blankly at those unrealistic moving lips.
I am sure you were quite shocked to see us like this, but, at least for now, you are our owner, so please bear with us. If things do not work out, we will search for ways to move out of this house.
Why? I don't want to leave. I want to live with her. I had so many things I wanted to do if I turned human. Hey, same for you, right? Let's live together. I'll make every single day fun.
Oh, you're quite bold, Red. There's a perv sneaking underneath that innocent face of yours. How good it is to be young.
I want to be with Master too. Master is our owner, and I think it doesn't make sense for us to live apart. Even if you all disagree, I won't budge on this.
Yon-ho, calm down. Relax your hands. No one told you to get out of here.
Yon-ho slightly relaxed at Tae's words. It sounds like they're pronouncing his name Yeonhwa. See, I don't really know how we're supposed to read Korean. I'm not familiar with how their pronunciations go with our American letters. I'll have to listen to his name a couple times. I'm gonna call him Yeonho until I hear a couple times, so to pronounce it correctly. He slightly relaxed at Tae's words.
You are all quite peaceful when we do not know how long this will last. Are you all stupid? On second thought, your heads are already empty.
Literally.
It's the same for you too. No, stop. Whether or not we stay here depends on the house owner.
Tae approached me.
I know this will be a burden, but will you let us stay here? You are the only person we know.
Huh? But... His soft and sincere voice melts my heart. Tae is exactly as I had imagined.
I actually want to kick all of them out and want to live here just with you, but I will ask anyways.
Please, Master, don't abandon us. Ugh, don't look at me with those puppy dog eyes. I soften after seeing Yeonho's watery eyes. Alright, but you guys really have to behave yourselves. There's nothing I can say if the neighbors find out.
Don't worry. Hooray! Alright, this is our headquarters from today. Headquarters!
They were loud as soon as I was done talking. Well, Red was loud. Oh, what a pretty girly kitchen I have. Tay reheated the food that went cold. I was so used to having breakfast by myself, but what just happened? I pick up my chopsticks and look around the table. I can't get used to this. Of course there's nothing to complain about being surrounded by cute boys. Lance eating quietly in his usual tidy self, and adorable Yanho munching the food like a hamster. Red shouting how delicious everything is every time he puts something in his mouth, and Yuri delicately handling his chopsticks. And Tay like a father, delighted at everyone enjoying the food. Oh, I like Tay a lot already. All of them are sitting at this table. Is this really where I live? I couldn't believe the sight in front of my eyes. Living with these people from now on, is this really not a dream? I live with these awesome guys. As reality suddenly hits me, I feel excited. Hold on, so you guys remember everything that happened when you were dolls? Including watching me change. Hmm? He looks like a squirrel the way he chews with a mouthful of food.
Yep, of course. The first day I met Master, the first time you bought me clothes, I remember everything.
Not only that, I remember what my honey was wearing, what you were eating, and all of that.
Could you please not call me that?
Me too! Me too! I remember that. Oh right, speaking of clothes, what happened to that?
To what?
You know, home shopping. You were watching the TV and screamed that you'd like to get something. Push up something, wasn't it? Did it get here yet?
A push-up bra? OMG! What's he saying?
Show it to me when it comes. I'll check it if it's okay for you. Ouch! You perv.
Lance kicked Red in the shin. Red clutched his leg and started rolling around. I can just see that in my head.
Are you talking about the white-laced one? I prefer a more... Well, there's nothing that doesn't suit my honey.
I don't quite understand, but I'm sure Master would look good in everything. I want to see it too.
Man, Red and Yanho are just too innocent. Yanho looks at me with his innocent smile. Ah, no! Since when? Since when have you guys been observing me?
Okay. I understand your shock, but calm down. Want a warm cup of tea?
Since when did they see me? Huh? Did they see me when I played with dolls in my own fantasy world, and when I ran around with just underwear on?
I need to remind you.
What?
I think it's best if you wear clothes around the house.
What? What is he talking about? I am wearing clothes right now.
You never know when a visitor might come, and especially refrain from taking off, your bra, just to get comfortable.
Lance avoided my eyes while speaking, and his ears were slightly red. And listening to that, my ears must have gone 10 times as red.
Now that I think about it, you once threw it at Lance, and he was buried under it for a while.
Yuri added.
Yeah, even for Lance, who's a bit cold-blooded, that was a bit shocking. You need time to get used to those things.
Tay adds with a smile. Yuri and Tay are quite the couple, even though they don't seem so. They connect through such weird things. Lance starts frowning. And we're going to end this video with Lance's frown, because I don't want to go on too long. Well, yay! The guys are here! We're finally going on our way. Although we're still in the prologue, but at least we're with the guys. Thank goodness, it's not taking as long to get into as Dandelion did. Alright, so in here, right here, I'm going to insert a few pictures of Kirby dolls and my dolls. My dolls are from all kinds of different companies. Soom is one of the biggest companies, and yeah, quite a few of my dolls are from Soom, and a lot of them are hybrid dolls, because I really liked the bodies of some, but the faces of others, and I just had to have jointed hands, because I really like posing hands. I don't like, the static hands as much. So, jointed hands are only made by a few companies, so I had to hybrid those from different companies and stuff. And all of these dolls were painted by myself. I did all the painting and the hairstyling and the eyes and everything, and I blushed the entire bodies. I did all the work. And I sewed for more than half of them, but yeah, half of them I bought clothes for. Oh, except for shoes. I can't make shoes very well, so I don't think I made any shoes for these guys. I think all the shoes were store-bought, because it's a lot cheaper to do that way. I mean, even though they're expensive, they're still cheaper than buying the materials and making them. Alright, well, that is enough deviation for now. I hope to see you in my future videos, and I'd be so grateful for any likes, comments, subscriptions, or shares with your friends to show some support. Thank you so much for joining me, and I wish you all health, happiness, and safety. Dirili signing out. Bye-bye, everybody.